Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm gonna start with form and validation. So we will create a form in HTML. Also we'll work with PHP to try to handle and validate this form. So let's start directly with that. So first of all I will go to the here in the D I have the local server or fake server in the XAMPP and then htdocs. After that here inside htdocs I can create a folder. Maybe I can name it like forms, something like that. And now I'm gonna go to the Visual Studio Code and then open folder, and then I can go to the folder. After that just go to the D and then the server htdocs and then forms. So select the folder. So now I'm open this folder. Inside it I'm gonna create a file here. So I can name it, for example, form validation dot php, of course. Now here I can just start writing the code. So first thing, start with HTML5 here, and in the HTML5 I will just create the form. So I can just say here, for example, just some br and br again to add some space at the top, and then just form. Or you can just here write form. Inside form action I can add or inject the PHP code, and then here just go to the using the super globals server. Inside it we have PHP self, and then just close the PHP here, and the method of course will be equal post. I'll send the information through the form here. So in this form I can just create a simple form, like for example I can add here input, or before that maybe label. Inside label I can add name, for example, and then backslash label, then br to add some, to go to the next line, and then just input type will be text, and name will be same name because I will add the name, maybe f name for the first name, something like that, and then br again. Now I can just copy those, and here also will be s name and also text, and another one here maybe I can add like age, so I can name this age also, and age will be maybe number, just I can add number here, so I can just name it number. After that here I have another br, and then I can add the submit, so input submit, and name will be submit as well, equal like for example add, or anything you want. So now we have form. Inside form we have three: name, email, name, first name, second name, and age. And the submit, when I click on the submit we will go to the PHP self, so we'll return back to the same page, and we will just handle that and make a validation after some seconds. Now I need to check that, so we have the folder inside server called forms. Inside it we have form validation, so I can go now to the here to the browser, so just go to the local host and then forms and then form validation here. So of course we need just to check if this here server is opened. So here server and MySQL is open, so we don't need MySQL now, but at least the server now. So as you can see here we have first name, we have second name, and we have age. Here it is a number, so we can add numbers here. As you can see, we can work with that later, but now we need just to use that now and try to send the information, and it may be printed or something like that. So now we gonna go to the top, at the top, and then just write here PHP and just to close the PHP. Here first thing we need to, we say if function. I can say for example if set, so if we click on the submit, so the name of submit, and it's inside the form, so we can access it by post here called submit anything here, just we need the name, the button here. So if we set this post button, and I can say also, and like here from the server, here I can add request method like equal post, and now it is post here. So if this happened, so I need just to create variables to get the information from those input. So user will write something here inside name and inside here and here, and we need just to add this. So I can say here, for example, if name equal also from post, and say if name, so this name here and this name here also for s name and so on. So I need just this for the second name, and here the last one's age, so we need just to make it age also age. So now here we just add this, and after that we need just to check the information. For example, you can add any check. You can, for example, say if user equals something, do something, or just echo. Now I can say my name is what, just if name, and then here second name is name, and I can say my age is, and I can add just age. Sorry, here just submit. Yes, submit. Try again. So Usama here and Muhammad, the second name, and age I can add like 30, and then add. Now as you can see, my name is Usama Muhammad, my age is 30. So simple like this. Now without validation we have a problem. The first problem here is like XSS attack. There is a type of vulnerability or like an attack called XSS, which means a cross-site script. So the attacker, the hacker for example, or anyone can like inject JavaScript code or HTML code inside your website, any front end script. So this attack, for example, here instead of I write first name Osama, I can write this script, just a JavaScript, and I say alert. In the alert I will add anything I want, like Haget, and then backslash script. And here for example second name I can add anything I want, and in the age I can add just a number here, any number I want. Now if I try to add here, as you can see localhost say Haget, because I have inject a JavaScript. So it's like hug the website. It's not hugging of course, but now it's working in this way, so it's not good. We don't need to allow user to do that. For example, here I can say like age1 and Osama backslash age1. So I inject HTML code here and say add. Now Osama will be in this way. So we don't need to do that with the user. User cannot do anything, cannot inject the code. So in order to solve that, we need just to make like some validation. So here instead of I just add it in this way, no, I can just send something like that. I can add something. Simple thing I can do here is just add HTML, like here HTML special character. So this will try to, if I add something like slash, like greater than, like less than, any tag for HTML, try just to convert it, so it will not work. So now I can just add here the if name inside it, and same thing for others. Also to delete everything, and now just save it. Now you can see what's the different. This first type of like validation. So now if I try to add this script here and add, so just the name, so just add the script here, but not like implement the script. So we cannot execute the script here, just add it here without any problem. So this like this. Also we have another problem, for example, like if I nothing, I add nothing and try to add, so also it will work, and just give it empty. Maybe I need to add something here. The user should add something here, so I can just add some like variables here. So I can add like here if name error equal like string, empty string, error equal also empty. So now I add those. Now I can, before echo, I need to do like validation. So I can say if empty, this is a function, and then add if name, just the if name error equal, for example, should not be empty, something like that. So I can just add it here, and I can say else here, or without else I can just say again if, and so on here. So this if name, this for s name, and I can say here second name, and also here for age, and I can add here just age. So we have now variables to change it, this variable, so I can just add it below here. So below the input, for example, I can add this variable, so I can add like a span here without anything, just a span, and inject the PHP code inside it, and I can just echo the error. So if name error, if there is no error, it will be empty, otherwise will be the error. So I can also add it here with the s name error. So here of course if name equal, and here should be s name, and here just age error. That's it. So now if we try again, just here I try just to add without add anything. So here as you can see, first name, second name, and also age should not be empty. If I add something here, for example Ali, and here I can add like Omar for example, and here empty, so I can add here. So here just here we have cannot make it empty. So something like that, you can add any validation you want here. For example, if we have like email, also we can add some validation for email, for password. For example, if I consider this as email, so I can say here if it is empty, it's error, else if not, here filter, I think something like that, filter var, and then add if name, and here I can just validate for, I called filter, I think email, validate email, yes. So if it is not, here I add if it is not email, this will check it if this email contains like @.com, something like that. So if it is not email, also if name should be an email. For example, it is just if name, but I mean if it is email, you can just make it like this. So this should be an correct email, this like this. So now if I try again, if I add just Osama here, not email here, and second name like for example Ahmad, and the age for example 40, and then add, as you can see this should be an correct email, now not email. So I can just add here now Osama at gmail.com. So now it's a correct email, and then I can add anything here and anything here, any number here, and then add. Now there is no problem, just add it without any problem. So this is almost everything about form validation, and hope you understand that, and thank you very much.